Good morning. Today I want to share one story which is from ancient Greece. The story's name is Run Melos, based on a story by Osamu Dazai. In ancient Greece, there was a young man named Melos. He lived in a city of Messina in Sicily. His sister was about to be married, and Melos wanted to gift her a ceremonial sword. So he traveled all the way to Syracuse, the magnificent city of temples. In Syracuse, Melos met a talented young sculptor named Selenentius. The two young men became close friends. Melos bought the ritual sword and was about to go back to Messina. At that time, Syracuse was ruled by a cruel king named King Dionysius. Someone wrongly accused Melos of conspiring to kill the king. Melos was arrested and brought before Dionysius. He was sentenced to death. Melos tried explaining that he was innocent, but the king did not believe him. At last, he pleaded, I am ready to die, but please allow me to go back to Messina to attend my sister's wedding. I will be back in 3 days and then you can execute me. Do you think I am a fool? Shouted the cruel king. If I let you go, you will never come back. Who would come back to be killed then? Though Melos repeatedly assured the king that he would come back, Dionysius would not trust him. He said, I can let you go only if someone else is willing to stay here as a hostage till you come back. If you do not come back within 3 days, I will kill the hostage in your place. When he heard this, Seleucus volunteered to be a hostage till Melos returned. Dionysius could not believe that someone could trust a friend so much that he would be willing to risk his own life. He had no choice but to let Melos go. Melos was deeply grateful to his friend. He hurried to Messina. He attended his sister's wedding and presented the ceremonial sword to the newly married couple. After that, he made a tearful farewell to everyone and started for Syracuse immediately. The way back was full of obstacles. His ship was attacked by pirates and he was forced to jump into the water. But Melos could not think of giving up. He could not afford to be late. The life of his dear friend was in danger. Thinking of Seleucus, Melos swam towards the shore with all his might. Eventually, he reached the shore. Melos feared he might be too late. He had no choice but to run. He ran as fast as he could towards Syracuse. But his troubles were not yet over. Suddenly, a group of armed mountain robbers surrounded him. Melos pleaded that he needed to reach the Syracuse at the earliest to save his friend's life, but the robbers would not let him go. Melos could not waste time. He had to fight the robbers. A fierce fight followed, though Melos was very much exhausted. He fought valiantly. He was determined to overcome this obstacle. One by one, he struck all the bandits. With all this effort, Melos was dead tired, yet he could not think of resting. Gathering all his strength, he started again running. His feet bled and he was drenched with sweat. His throat was dry, yet he continued running as fast as his tired legs could carry him. But Melos was nearing the end of the strength. Overcome with fatigue, he collapsed on the ground. He had no strength to get up. As he lay helplessly, his mind raced. For a moment, a terrible thought crossed his mind. Why am I running so hard? He thought. To die? Of what use is all this? Why cannot I just go back and live a life of ease? Just then he remembered of his friend's face. He could not let Silentius down. How could he betray his friend's trust? No, he determined. It is useless to live a life of disgrace and regret. I would rather die in honor. A fierce determination welled up in his heart. He had to reach Syracuse in time. With a sudden burst of energy, Melos got back on his feet. He took a deep breath and started running again. He had no sense of time, no sense of pain. He just knew he had to reach his destination. Run, Melos, run, he shouted to himself. After a seemingly endless run, Melos finally reached Syracuse. His heart pounded with fear. Was he too late? As he reached the palace, he saw Silentius being led to the execution ground. Melos was overcome with relief and a profound satisfaction at having kept his word. I am here, he shouted. I have kept my words. Kill me. Let my friend go. Then he fell unconscious on the ground. The tyrant Dionysius was so impressed with the profound trust and friendship between Melos and Silentius that he pardoned them both. He was so moved with their loyalty and courage that he made them both advisors in his court. How wonderful are the bonds of friendship! Let us become people of honor. Let us transcend our selfish concerns and do our best to help and support our friends. Thank you.